Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to our Instagram Live. K Prop One. Hi, good evening. Thank you for joining us so early. Thank you. Let me put up our topic for this evening. Thank you. I'm taking these flames of fire as a compliment. Thank you. Okay, let me pin. Yeah, there you go. So, as I've been doing for the past couple of weeks, I'm going to try and keep this as brief as possible. These are just hi, Ajayi Kemi. Good evening. Nice to have you. If you're joining us for the first time, my name is Olushola David Ilegbede, also known as Mommy Mo, and I am the founder of Mommy Mo Hair Care. What do we do at Mommy Mo Hair Care? We motivate you, we inspire you, and we also educate you. Good evening. We also educate you on the best ways to handle, to navigate, to manage natural hair. Mostly for your children and then of course for you, because I always get asked, don't you also cater to adults? Yes, we cater to adults. And we do this via social media handles where there's always content, there's always information which can help you on this hair care journey. Zizina 66, you're welcome. We also offer virtual consultations. If you're in my location, which is Nairobi, Kenya, you can have a physical hair care consultation with me. We sell ebooks, we sell hair care products, we sell hair care tools, and of course we have our flagship online course, which is the Healthy Hair Soundbites online course. Hello Mayowa, good evening. Thank you for joining me. What's the course about? In a nutshell, it just teaches mothers the foundational basics of how to care for their children's hair in a way that gives results. So you will always get results when you come on this online course. And we're currently open for registration. It's starting this month. So if you know you want to join us, I'd say hurry up to the link in my bio and register. There's a payment link. You can register or you can make a direct payment. You can send me a DM for that. So that's let's quickly go into the meat of tonight, which is diminish dryness. I think dryness is like a major hi Mel. I think dryness is such a major let's say point of concern. Hi mommy. My mother has joined us. I think dryness is a major concern for a lot of people, or I can say for most people. Apart from issues or challenges like, oh, my child's hair is not growing, it's not getting longer. Most of the time, I always hear my child's hair is dry. It's dry, it's dry, it's dry, it's dry, it's dry. So dryness is everywhere, you know, whether you're an adult, whether you're a child. I always get the complaints of dryness. So I said, okay, let's talk a bit about it. Now, why do you have to pay attention to dryness? Some people don't know. Some people just feel you should tackle dryness because of how the hair feels. You know, the hair is feeling, you know, crispy, wiry, hard, you know, all those things. But in my own opinion, I would say one of the major reasons why you should pay attention to dryness is, number one, dry hair is not resilient. So that means you cannot manipulate dry hair easily. You can't style dry hair easily. You can't manage dry hair easily. It's not resilient, which means it's not elastic. And naturally, if our hair is not dry, in its moisturized state, is usually elastic. So you can manipulate it into a style, you can comb it, you can brush it without damage. But when your hair is dry, it's not resilient. So when you do all the manipulation, when you want to style, when you want to brush, any tugging, any pulling, the hair ends up getting damaged. Another major reason why you need to manage dryness is dry hair breaks. And if the hair breaks, you're losing hair. I won't call it hair loss, but you're losing hair. with every instance that hair is breaking off your head or breaking off your child's head, you are losing hair. And when we're caring for hair in a healthy way, as much as possible, we want to retain a lot of hair on the head, on the scalp. Okay, so another major reason why you should manage dryness is because it breaks, and you don't want that. Another reason why you need to manage dry hair is that dry hair does not improve in length. You cannot be looking for long hair and the hair is dry. They don't go together. They don't go together. If by some stroke of luck you are increasing in length, it just means that the hair is not as dry as you think it is. I had a mother on my online course in March, the one we started in March, and we ended we started in April and we ended April, May, June, July. We ended by July, yeah. And she kept complaining that her daughter's hair was dry, her daughter's hair was dry, her daughter's hair was dry, even despite all the things I taught her, everything I told her to do. And after a while, I told her that, are you sure the hair is dry? So let's do a progress check. And then we did a progress check between when she started the course with me in April and let's say May or June, and the hair had improved and she kept saying it was dry. So if you are saying your child's hair is dry and you are improving in length, then it's not as dry as you think it is. Okay, so note another reason why you need to manage dryness is that dry hair does not improve in length because it's breaking. So it's actually reducing in length, or it is the length your child has is stagnant. That is, as hair is growing out of the scalp, the tips are breaking off and then it just stays in one position. Another reason why you need to manage dryness is that dry hair does not showcase the true hair texture. When hair is hydrated, when hair is moisturized, when hair is yummy, you see curls. And I say curls, you see coils, you see curls, you see all this, the hair is just nice, it's luscious. But when hair is dry, you can't appreciate the texture of your child's hair because you can't see it. The dryness will not allow you to see it. So those are 4 reasons why I think you need to manage dryness. Now let's go to the meat of the matter. How can you diminish dryness? How can you reduce dryness and improve the moisture profile of your child's hair? Number one, embrace a pre-poo. A pre-poo is simply a pre-shampoo treatment. But in hair care lingo, we just shorten it to pre-poo. So pre-shampoo, pre-poo. All right. So this is basically some product that you apply to the hair before you proceed to wash the hair. For all reasons and purposes, I can tell you for free that coconut oil is one of the best pre-poo treatments that you can use for your child's hair. If you want to know why, join my online course. And we talk a lot about pre-poo. I talk about all the stages of hair care on the online course. Now, a pre-poo will help not only to strengthen your child's hair, but depending on what products you use to pre-poo, but then it will also provide, it will also prevent the hair strands from being completely stripped of its natural oils when you wash it, when you shampoo. I still find out that a lot of people, even in this day and age, even with everything that I've been shouting on social media, they still use surface shampoos on a regular basis to wash their children's hair or to wash their own hair. And what happens when you use a sulfate shampoo. And the thing is, with a sulfate shampoo, a sulfate shampoo is basically like your dishwashing liquid. It will clean anything and everything on that hair. And the way hair is structured, there's a lipid on the outside of our hair. It's called 18-MEA. I think it's 18 methocyanonic acid. I'm not sure if I got the pronunciation right, but it's called 18-MEA, and it sits on the outside of the hair, and it's our natural hair oil. So things like that make hair soft, do you understand, and prevent it from drying out. When you use a surface shampoo and you use it regularly, you strip your hair or your child's hair of this protective oily layer, all right, that helps to improve moisture in your child's hair. Now, when you use a pre-shampoo treatment, it kind of like helps to protect that 18-MEA that is on the outside of your hair strands, all right? And then depending on the type of pre-poo you use, some can actually penetrate into the hair strands, all right, so that by the time you're washing with your shampoo, even if you do use a sulfate shampoo, the effect is not as stripping and the effect is not as harsh. Because if you keep using a sulfate shampoo and you use it consistently, you strip the hair is already dry from the beginning. I know you're washing, but it just aids, it helps with the whole dryness thing. Do you understand? So embracing a pre-poo is important if you're trying to diminish dryness. Another thing you need to do if you want to cut down on dryness, you want to keep your child's hair moisturized, is you need to wash more often. So the thing is, I know life is not easy as adults. Adulting is hard. I can agree. Being a mother on top of that is now extra hard. I can agree. But please, you need to wash your child's hair a bit more often. Some people don't wash their children's hair in a month. And you are saying the hair is dry. The hair will be dry. The hair will be dry. Why? Because wash days are the days that the hair has ample opportunity to soak up water and to soak up moisture. All right. And if you do this more often, you find that the hair is able to hold on to hydration better, because it's simple chemistry. Evaporation will happen. If you wet your hair now, water will evaporate from it, okay? And even if you do use leave-ins, you use moisturizers, you use products and all of that, there is still evaporation happening. So even when you use those products, right, and then you don't wash, you don't drink the hair water for a long time, the hair will just get crispy, despite all your despite the products you are adding to it. It's never the same. So you can add hydrating products, you can do all those things, but there's something about a wash day that just helps the hair thrive. You know, that saturation with water, don't joke with it. So if you know you've not been washing consistently, regularly, or your wash days are too far apart, like you have 4 weeks in between wash days for your kids, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, you need to bring them closer together. Depending on the age of your child, depending on the availability of time that you have, 1 week, 2 weeks, you should wash the hair, okay? Another thing, yes, and when washing, please use a sulfate-free shampoo. Remember when I was talking about the pre-poo and all of that, sulfate shampoos are stripping. They have their place, and we talk about different types of shampoo, sulfate shampoo, detoxifying shampoo, you know, all of that. We talk about that on the online course. So sulfate shampoos have their place in a hair care regimen, depending on the lifestyle of the child or depending on the hair needs for that child, all right? But when I'm saying wash more often, wash with a sulfate-free shampoo so you don't strip the hair, all right? So we still retain some natural lipids in the hair. Another thing you can do to cut down dryness is that you need to deep condition regularly, especially with a moisturizing deep conditioner. I don't know why people still think after you shampoo your hair, you can just leave, as in you can leave the bathroom or your child can go. Your child can't go. Your child can't go. Your child can't go anywhere. I'm saying, like, hi. Your child can't go because you're not done. A shampoo will lift the cuticles. A conditioner will close the cuticles. And a shampoo leaves the cuticles so the conditioner can penetrate and do its job. If the job is to repair or all of that, you know, it will do it. When you're using a moisturizing deep conditioner, when you put that in, so your shampoo has opened up the cuticles of the hair strand, you put in a deep conditioner, more moisture, humectants, repairing ingredients, fatty acids, you know, all those things are just good and nourishing for the hair. They have the opportunity to get in. So don't wash hair and tell your child to be going, okay, we are done. Let's put oil or pomade or hair cream. No, you're not done. You need to deep condition regularly. If possible, I'd say deep condition on every wash day. It's not 100% compulsory that you need to deep condition every wash day, but it depends on the health and the state of the hair. If your child's hair is kakaraka dry, don't leave. Your child cannot leave that bathroom unless deep conditioner has been added to her hair, okay? And you need to do it every wash day. If you have been battling chronic dryness, acute dryness, you know, you've tried, you know, that deep conditioning is a game changer, especially if you use a great product. And we have lots of product recommendations on the online course. There's so much you stand to gain if you join me on the online course. We start in less than 3 weeks, actually. We start on the 21st of October. So yeah, you need to deep condition regularly, all right? Another thing you can do to cut down on dryness is to moisturize. And by moisturize, I mean use a leave-in conditioner. Some people still don't have a leave-in conditioner. Some people just think after you've washed, okay, maybe they had a rinse-out conditioner. The next thing is a lot of people who enter my DM, they call it hair cream. But I find that by the time I ask, what are the ingredients in this thing? Can you take a picture and send to me? I see that they are butter-based or oil-based products, which are good and they have their place. But there's a step missing. Before you use that butter-based or oil-based hair cream, you need something that's water-based, before you use the butter-based product. That's the way it works. Okay, so you need to moisturize. You need to moisturize on wash days. So let's just have a scenario. You shampooed your child's hair with a sulfate-free shampoo. You've rinsed it out. You've used a moisturizing deep conditioner. You've rinsed it out. So you're done with washing. You're done with the bathroom now. Your child can leave the bathroom, and then we go to the bedroom or wherever it is you've kept the other products, and then you towel dry her hair with a microfiber towel, please, not a cotton towel. These things are important. So her hair is damp. You're not going to jump to that hair cream. You need something. You need a product that says, the other wrote on it, leave-in conditioner or leave-in moisturizer or hair moisturizer, something like that. Then you apply that to the hair before you now go and use that hair cream. All right? So you must moisturize on a wash day. It's important so that all the wonderful work that you have done, right from the washing, the hair has fed itself with water, it's clean, you've given it more nutrients from the moisturizing deep conditioner. You're not putting like icing on the cake when you're adding a leave-in conditioner. All right? So it's important not to neglect that. And apart from the wash day, in between wash days, so even if your wash days are 1 week apart, even if your wash days are 2 weeks apart, even if your wash days are 3 weeks apart, you see that leave-in conditioner, it needs to enter at intervals. Between here and here, it needs to enter like here, 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 here. It needs to enter. Okay? All right, it's important. Why? It is water-based. Water, water, moisture, moisture. Remember, we're kicking dryness to the curb. All right, so we're trying to diminish dryness. Doing this will help your child's hair, because remember I said earlier, water will evaporate from the hair. It will always evaporate from the hair. There is no way, there's nothing you want to put on the hair that will prevent evaporation, unless you want to seal it with iron, which is not possible. So that evaporation will still happen. So what you are doing by putting in leave-in conditioner or moisturizer in between wash days, maybe every couple of days, every day, every 2 days, every 3 days, depending on your child's hair moisture cycle. And I teach about the hair moisture cycle on my online course. I teach you how to know what intervals you need to moisturize. So whatever the intervals are, you do that moisturizing, which means before all the moisture has evaporated from your child's hair, you have put more in. You have put more in. You have put more in. So the hair does not have the chance to dry out. See how it works? So please, it's very important. Another tip I can give you is that you need to seal after you moisturize. And by seal, I mean create a slightly permeable barrier that will prevent the evaporation or moisture loss too quickly. All right, so what we want to do is we want to apply something after we have put leave-in conditioner on the hair. We want to apply something to coat the strands of the hair that will slow down the rate of evaporation or the rate of moisture loss. And you can do this either with an oil or a butter. What type of oil or butter? Join my online course. So anyway, that's very important. You must use a sealant. Some people just use a leave-in conditioner and stop at that. You need to use something. You need to add something to the hair. So after you've used your leave-in conditioner, yes, the hair is soft, you are feeling happy, but you need to use either an oil or a butter. And selection of an oil or a butter depends on the porosity of your child's hair, depends on the texture of your child's hair, whether the strands are coarse, whether they are fine, how much density, things like that. Very important, because it will slow down the rate of water loss or moisture loss. Another thing you can do, especially for children whose hair, like I said before, kakaraka, like hard and dry and crispy, all those hair that if you press it, it makes sound. It makes a sound, not like my own that if you press it's just soft and luscious. You can feel it, soft and luscious. You can't hear my hair, but those hard ones, those, when you touch it, you can hear something. You can hear it snapping, you can hear it crackling. Embrace a hydrating mist. This would really, really, really help your moisture game, because apart from the fact that, okay, well, before I say that, the order in which you need to use a hydrating mist is you use it as part of like a 3-step thing for when you're moisturizing in between wash days, right? So you start with the hydrating mist, you use the leave-in conditioner, and then you use the butter or oil, remember, depending on porosity or depending on texture. Now, you can get away with using just the leave-in conditioner and oil, but like I said, if your child's hair is that type that the dryness is seeming to defy all well thought out plans and actions, then adding on a hydrating mist will do you a world of good. What this will do is that it is heavily water based, heavily water based, and most of the time they tend to have really good hydrating hydrosols or floral waters in them, or plant waters that are really good for moisturizing, are really good for hydrating. Things like aloe vera juice, things like lavender hydrosol, things like hibiscus extract, things like glycerin. They're heavy in things like that, as well as water. So you're basically putting like water 2.0 on the hair first before you now use the leave-in conditioner, before you now use the hair oil. So what happens is the hydration is on point. You add in the leave-in conditioner, which adds in more fatty acids, things that keep the hair soft, give it slip. It adds in some more humectants, and then of course you seal all that in. And doing that consistently and regularly keeps the hair moisturized and keeps the hair soft and keeps the hair elastic and keeps the hair resilient. All the things you want, and the hair gets longer. All the things you want and dream of for your child's hair, you're able to achieve, right? Another thing you can do, I have 2 more tips, is be consistent with a health-focused regimen. Don't approach your child's hair care in a haphazard manner. You get haphazard results. Okay, so sometimes the hair will be moisturized, and then sometimes the hair will be dry, and then sometimes the hair will seem to improve in length, and then sometimes it won't improve in length. You just keep having all of that. It's like how they were teaching us computing when we were young. They taught us this thing, it's called garbage in, garbage out. That with computers, if you put in trash, it will compute trash back for you. So hair is something like that. If you neglect it, if you treat it well today, you mistreat it tomorrow, it will give you those kind of results. Okay, it won't give you something good when you're just doing things anyhow. Hair needs discipline. Let me put it that way. Hair care needs discipline. So you have to be disciplined about it. If as an adult, as a mother, as a hair caregiver, you are struggling with self-control, discipline, all those things, it will play into things like your child's hair care. Because if you cannot discipline yourself to commit to something and be diligent at it, then it's not easy to translate that into caring for somebody's hair, especially the hair that is not on your own head. Okay, so it's important that you need that discipline. Stick to a regimen that is health focused. Any regimen that is health focused will deliver on moisture for your child's hair, will deliver on good texture, it will deliver on resilience, on elasticity. The child's hair will shine even before you start applying oils and things like that. The hair will shine, there will be luster. Hi, I'm Papiti. Hi, Brutherio too. I'm sorry. Thank you for joining, guys. A health focused regimen will deliver all those things. It will also deliver length, it will deliver curls, it will deliver everything that you want for your child's hair. So you need to commit to a health focused regimen and be consistent with it. Now that regimen can look different for everybody, because everybody's life is different. Some people, their children go to school 3 times a week. Maybe your own is going to school 5 times a week. the hairstyle, the hair regimen is already going to be different just by looking at that alone for me. It's going to be different. Some children wake up at 5, some children wake up at 7, some children go to bed at 7, some children go to bed at 9. All those things, you know, some children, let's say, have, or let me say, some children live in Dubai, and then another one lives in the UK. The hair regimen is already different because their location is different. So your hair regimen is unique to you, is unique to your child, your lifestyle, your location, your economic power. Yeah, economic power as well. Your regimen is tied to all those things. And if you want to know how to build a regimen, or you need a regimen that will cater to you specifically, individually to your child, then I would recommend that you join the Healthy Hair Soundbites online course, because I also attend to that, and I can continue to help you to tweak the course. I mean, tweak the regimen for as long as we're together. We're together for 3 whole months, 12 whole weeks. So if we start the regimen and the first 3 weeks, 4 weeks, it doesn't work, we can work on it again. All right. And then the last tip I will give for diminishing dryness is embrace silk. That sounded nice, right? But embrace silk in whichever form you can use it for your child, whether it's a silk hair bonnet, whether it's a silk pillowcase, whether it's a silk scarf, whether it's a silk bed sheet. Embrace it. Why? Because when you cover hair with silk, it also reduces the rate at which you lose moisture from the hair. Because if you put it on cotton, if you sleep on cotton, you let your child sleep on cotton. Cotton is an efficient absorber of water, of moisture. It is efficient. That is why it is the primary material used to make towels. Because it does such a great job at drying. Do you hear that? At drying. It does an excellent job at drying. So if you keep sleeping on the cotton pillowcase, your child is sleeping on the cotton sheet, drying. The hair is drying. So if you use silk to cover that hair before lying down on the cotton, you prevent that drying, all right? Or you reduce the rate of drying. So all these things together that I've said, I've given how many points? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points to help you diminish dryness. If you put all these things together, you will see improvement. You will see, trust me, you will see improvement. If you put all, if I don't even do 4 of the 8 things I've mentioned this evening, you will see an improvement in the moisture level of your child's hair. So I hope this has been helpful. Do you have any questions? Remember, I like to keep this punchy and short in the evenings. Do you have any questions? If you want to join us, the course costs 40,000 naira. You can pay with the payment link in my bio. Or you can send me a DM. You know, there are ways to pay. Or you can chat to me on WhatsApp. There's a link to my WhatsApp in my bio. So I'm very, very accessible. Are there any questions, any hair care questions, any questions on what I've taught you this evening about dryness? Ask me before we call it a night. You came late. Can I run through the 8 things? Okay, I'll just... Okay. So the 8 things. The first one was embrace a pre-poo. So always use a pre-poo product before you wash your child's hair. Number 2, wash more often. Some people are not washing their children's hair as often as they should. And I mentioned that a wash day is the day that your child's hair has ample opportunity to feed, to really, really feed on moisture, on water, because that water is what keeps the dryness away. So if you are washing maybe once in a month, you need to make it like twice in a month. Even if you can even do 3 times in a month, that hair will thank you for it. I said you should deep condition regularly using a moisturizing deep conditioner, especially with the use of a moisturizing deep conditioner. You need to moisturize on wash days and in between wash days with a leave-in conditioner. You need to use a sealant after you use a leave-in conditioner, either on wash days or in between wash days. You need to embrace a hydrating mist, especially if you have been dealing with like super dryness, you've been trying to crack dryness. You need to embrace the use of a hydrating mist that you will apply to the hair before you use the leave-in conditioner, and then you now use the butter or oil to seal. I said you should be consistent with a health focused regimen. Be consistent at it. Don't do all the good things. So you don't pre-poo, shampoo, deep condition, moisturize, seal today, and then during the week you did like 3 times, and then it's now next month before the child's hair gets all this loving again. No, you have to be consistent, and the consistency will bring you results. And then finally, I said you need to embrace silk. Use things like silk bonnets, silk scarves, silk pillowcases, silk bed sheets, silk headdress, all those silky things. Use them. Okay, use them. Those are the 8 things I mentioned. Khashoggi, I see you. Sabin Jerry, I see you. Welcome. Maiwa, can I apply all these steps to my own hair and see results too? Absolutely. You can. Eniola, you're most welcome. And I'm going to leave the replay on so you can come back and watch just for more details of all those steps I mentioned. Oh, you're welcome. Always. So yes, Maiwa, you can apply all these steps to your own hair and see results too. You can. And you can also join the online course if you feel you need a lot more information. Apart from the fact that I designed the course for mothers, but all the principles will work for adult hair as well. I remember one of the moms, she had a baby and she joined me in April. She had a baby, and I actually didn't know that she was also applying everything I was teaching her for her baby, for her own hair. I actually had no clue until we finished in July, and I asked her for feedback, and she told me, and I was like, really? As in, I know that those principles will work. I just didn't, I just didn't think that, okay, I don't know, a lot of the time as mothers, we tend to, okay, let me just settle my children first before I do my own. But yes, it will work for you. I actually have someone who's going to sign up for the course that's starting this month, the online course. I actually have someone who is signing up for herself. So Maiwa, you are free to join us. It's 40K. You can pay 2 times before the 21st of October, and you're set. Your hair will be like my own. I've done a lot of work. I've done a lot of work on this my hair, but your hair will thrive, your hair will flourish. Yeah, so you can join us if you're inclined. So if there are no more questions, ladies, I would say, and gentlemen, because I saw men join us, if they're still here, thank you so much for joining me this evening. Remember, I'm always here to help you. It is my mission to help your hair. You see, these are Afro textured hair. It needs to shine. It just needs to shine. It needs to shine, which is very important to me. So either for yourself or for your children, I'm always here to help you. I have all sorts of services and products. And of course, the one I'm championing right now is the online course, which is a banger. So if there are no more questions, thank you so much for joining me this evening. I remain Mommy Mo. Thank you so much. I love you. Good night and God bless.